I just finished listening to today's daily, which they talk about the rise of prediction markets. So this whole podcast goes over the rise of the prediction markets, what it is, how it came to be. I think I missed two specific points that I thought of when I was listening to this. First being, why did this cultural shift of really young people decide that prediction markets were going to be their outlet? How did that come into mass adoption? What were the macro forces? So I'm surprised New York Times didn't cover that at all. All they did was cover how legal, as well as just the rise of popularity in general, and it's become an outlet for them, kind of like a vice. But I think there's another reason. The second reason is the whole ideas of prediction markets and the proliferation of them. The proliferation of them is that it really tests the fundamental thesis around human beings, because we are unlike any other predators or animals or beings out there in the world, at least on Earth. We are sociable creatures that have a level of IQ that is more advanced than other animals, right? So we need certain things to survive, and one of those things being our rules to regulate us, rules to guide what is norm and what is not. And when there is unfettered access to something, and or when there is no rules or ambiguity around something, you go amok. And I feel like that is basically what's being tested right now with prediction market. Young people, I think currently, especially I want to count myself as a millennial who's 33 years old, young people don't feel like we have an edge. Young people don't feel like we have a chance. So what do people do when we are backed against a wall? We find other outlets, and we find other outlets that feel like it's attainable, it's easy, as well as accessible, with the lowest barrier to entry. And I feel like prediction markets hits all of those things that I think a lot of people are looking for. We don't feel like we can actually have a career anymore. We don't feel like we can actually survive with the cost of living nowadays and grocery prices being what it is. For me, I was looking at how to buy my first car the other day, and I can't believe that like a Toyota is like $400, $500 a month to lease, and even to purchase, like you're stuck with a high APR. So I'm just shocked, okay? So if it's hard for me and I'm well into my career, about 12 years in, I can't imagine how young people feel. I think that's the biggest issue that's compounding this adoption of prediction markets being normalized, because it's not just a phenomena, because yes, regulations for allowing prediction markets via a loophole does play a part in the mass adoption piece, but mass adoption always comes with society's ready to adopt those changes and innovations, along with the technology and the actual vehicle to facilitate that innovation. So we're there. I'm not sold on the gamification of life, and I don't know if I'm a dummy for not participating in it.